Hey guys, welcome to a new video, and I thought I'd change things up and I'd show you how I make my social media panes, my wallpapers, YouTube banners, this, that and the next thing. So what I use wall model view for starters. I get my character, I make a character. You can import your armory so you can have your exact character as you have in game. And I save it as a .obj. Now when I save it as a .obj, I save it to a folder as there's multiple files. You get your actual model of your character, which you saw when I just brought it into Cinema 4D there. It was just plain, it was just grey. And you get all the images, which can be quite funny to look at, and once you bring it into your 3D software, like I said, I use Cinema 4D. It's the one thing I've known, I've learned everything on it. You do what I'm doing just now, which is just wrapping the corresponding image name up to the object name. So it then wraps itself round and becomes the material of your model. Now, I'm just sort of setting up this sort of scene. Now just make a floor, just make a sort of smoky floor. And then I've tried to put a blue light in the weapon there, as the weapon itself has a sort of blue hue to it. And I try to set up the lighting, which takes me a while as I encounter a few problems, because I'm not an expert at all. I'm all self-taught. I've learnt from videos from YouTube, a lot of stuff from Psynaps actually. If you've ever watched his stuff, I'll put a link in the description to his stuff, as he is amazing when it comes to Cinema 4D, After Effects, Photoshop, this, that and the next thing. He's amazing. So that's where I learnt a lot of this stuff from. But once you're in Cinema 4D, if you can get your hands on a copy of Cinema 4D, do it. It is a fantastic piece of kit. That's what I use to make all my intros, all the intros I've made myself. I use it for exactly what I'm doing just now, all my sort of wallpapers, YouTube banners, social panes. You can do it for anything. For example, the wall model viewer. I've yet to learn how to rig my characters, so I don't know how to like move their skeletons. But if I could do that, I could then import models from wall model viewer, for example, Orgrimmar, which you can import parts of Orgrimmar or parts of Stormwind or Dalaran, trees, fences, whatever. And you can basically create like a small 3D animation. And it's fantastic for that. It's an absolutely amazing piece of kit. But what I failed to do at the start, which is what I'm doing here, is taking specular, unticking specular on certain parts of the model, because as you see, if you look at before I tick it, it's got a sort of plastic shine to it. Now I don't want that because, well, my character doesn't look like that in game, so I don't want it to look like that in the image. I want to keep it as authentic as possible, because mail, plate, cloth, wood doesn't have that sort of glow, that shine to it. So I'm just taking that off. I should have done that at the start, but I've fixed it now. And I'm starting to get my bearings on where to put these lights. Basically what I do is I create one light, and I see that it's starting to make a difference. I'm starting to actually illuminate the actual image. And I just basically copy them and position them around the character so I can illuminate better. Like I said, I'm no expert. I'm still learning. So now I'm starting to get the angle that I want for when I actually save the image. And now I'm actually going through the settings as to how I want it to be saved. So I want it as 1920 as a JPEG, best, and I put the filter as Mitchell. It's either Mitchell or is it best or Goss? I can't remember what it is. No, but it changed for different things. You get animation ones and the Psynaps thing. It just depends. You can look up online for settings for which one's better for this and which one's better for that, as there's different settings for a still image and an animation. But I've just sort of set it all up, just tweaking some of these lights. I want to get the top of the helmet a bit more brightened up, as it's not that bright. I just want to get a little bit of that shadow gone. So I'm almost there. Just there we go, that's a bit better. So I think that's looking really, really good. Now we're probably going to render it in just a second. But if, like I said, if you can get your hands on these pieces of software, all mode of yours free. Cinema 4D isn't, unfortunately. But if you can get your hand on a copy, do it, because for a YouTuber or a streamer, it is very, very useful. So here we go. Here's a still image, just a basic one. We'll do another video of the actual editing of it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.